So you have a property that is in distress and needs a lot of repairs, and you're thinking about selling it. Well, today I'm going to walk you through the 4 things that you must consider when selling a distressed property. There are 4 categories we really need to talk about. The first one is identifying the problem and how much it's going to cost. The second one is calculating what is my house worth after it's fixed up. Number 3, when selling a distressed property, we also need to disclose if there's been any issues with it. And number 4, what's your exit strategy and how do you plan on getting the most money or selling your property in the quickest amount of time? Diving deeper into number 1, we have identifying the problem. Now, everything costs money, and we need to figure out how much the roof, how much the AC, the hot water heater, the furnace, possibly you had a fire, maybe a hailstorm, there could have been a flood. Maybe you have code violations and the city is on your tail about fixing things up. Or maybe you just have an outdated kitchen, an outdated bathroom. Maybe you have a lot of carpet everywhere, old carpet. Maybe you need a paint job. There could be a number of things wrong with the house, all coming with different prices. You know, a roof on a bigger house could be around $15,000 to $20,000. Maybe if you just need a little bit of patchwork with some drywall, it could be a lot cheaper. All things we must consider that kind of tie into calculating your ARV, your after repair value. After you decide, hey, am I going to fix these things up or not fix these things up? What is it going to be worth when I'm done? So, for example, maybe you have a house right now that's worth $50,000 as it sits. You know, you got a leak in the plumbing and you got a roof issue. And maybe the house is full of stuff. So you got to clean it out, fix the roof, and fix the plumbing issue. You got to put $25,000 into it. But after it's done, it's worth $100,000. That is basically what house flippers do. They put money into properties, bring the value up, and sell them for a little bit more. Now, to do that, you're going to have the money and the time to do so. And making sure that a property is fully marketable to all peoples, you're going to want to make sure it has lendability. So the important parts of lendability is, can it make it through an appraisal? Does it have a functioning kitchen, bathroom? Is the roof in good shape? How's the siding? How are the windows? There's all of these things that bankers are going to make sure the property has so that they can give a loan on the property. And lastly, is it safe? You know, when talking about lendability, a banker is going to say, hey, you know, that's an environmental issue. Hey, that's not structurally sound. There's all of these little things that lenders make sure the property is in good condition because they're going to give their money to you to buy the property. So when looking for an end buyer, you want to make sure that the property is going to be able to qualify for all loans like FHA, VA, Freddie and Fannie Mae loans, anything through the government, all things to consider. Now, you've decided on, you know, how much you're going to sell it for, if you're going to sell it for as is at 50 grand, or if you're going to fix it up and sell it for 100. Now you need to disclose. You need to disclose all of the issues that have been arise with the property throughout the time. One of the best ways to do this is to hire a third-party inspector from anywhere between $200 and $500 to come in and give a third-party opinion on what's wrong with the property. This way it removes a little bit of liability from you and possibly saves you money on the back end. After you have the third-party person come in, you're also going to want to fill out a condition report disclosing all of the known issues that you know of that's wrong with the property. Even if you just recently fixed up a leak in the basement, you're going to want to make sure you're disclosing that on the condition report. The more you disclose and the more honest you are, the less liability that you take on during the sale. And possibly, maybe you want to fix some other things up and you ran out of money. Maybe you have some contractor quotes that you can provide to the buyers and say, hey, this is going to cost around $5,000 to fix up. Doing all of this prep work saves you money on the back end. You don't have to have a buyer that comes in and says, hey, this handrail's loose and it's going to cost me $300 to fix when all you had to do was tighten up a couple screws. So doing some of that prep work and disclosing, being honest with the buyers will save you money in the long run. And lastly, number 4, you know, you've done all of this prep work, and now you need to decide, am I going to sell it as is? Am I going to clean it out and sell it? Or am I going to clean it out, fix it up, and sell it? When doing that, you may want to declutter, depersonalize it, maybe get a dumpster and kind of bring everything out, throw everything away that you don't need, and maybe hire contractors to come in and fix it up. After that, you could possibly try to sell it by yourself as a for sale by owner, saving you on the commissions, but maybe you have to spend a little bit more time hassling with negotiations and financing. You could possibly hire a real estate agent, like a traditional sale, or if you've gone through this whole list of things and realized, I'm not willing to stick the money into the property, or I don't have the money to stick into the property, possibly you're out of time, maybe you just want to sell your property to a cash buying company like ourselves, Easy Cash Buyer, and we can help you move out of your property in as little as 7 days. So if this video is helpful, please visit us at youreasycashbuyer.com or call us at 715-303-SELL. Thank you and have a great day.